it just happened that, I had a tooth that fractured and I really want to place my own implant. Can I do this? Everybody said, yeah, you're crazy, but it's fine. I'm like, okay.
To be one of the first to adopt technology in any industry in your local area, it can be a scary thing, as most of you know. But to be the first to adopt a technology nobody else really has, which is a robotic dental implant system, the first of its kind in the state of Arizona, and then utilize that dental system to implant on yourself on Facebook, well, that's downright brilliant. And that's exactly what Dr. Yang did. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Kraft, and as we wrap up this season, we find ourselves in Flagstaff, Arizona. I cannot wait to meet Dr. Yang. Are you ready? There he is. Good to see you. So, Dr. Yang, it's so good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
I was looking forward to coming up here to Flagstaff because it's not an area of the country that a lot of people go into when they come into Arizona. It's Tucson, it's Phoenix. And the moment I walk in here, I feel like I'm walking into a log cabin. It's just stunning. It really brings the outside. You've taken a risk into social media as well. You've built one heck of a following. I mean, over 13,500 followers. You've got real world dentistry. And why was that created? Why wasn't the practice enough?
As far as the social media goes, I really got into it late. I had my team running our like Facebook. So one day I came up and we had like 60 followers, and I was like, this thing's been up for 5 years and we have 60 followers. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna go and take over and see what I can do. And I wanted to be not just where we're just doing the clinical aspect. I want it to be more about dentist life, what we do every day, what we go through. Because just like any other industry, be able to come on and say, this is the day I had. And as soon as you put in, you just put it to vent, and you know that there are thousands of dentists just like you who get it. I wanted to have an outlet for all of us. So that's basically, the reason why we got into it. And I thought, if I get like 300 to 500 people, and eventually it'd be wonderful. But it really kind of took off, and we've been on for 2 years, and we're getting close to 14,000 members, and we're growing every day.
Yeah, it's so impressive. You're not into it for sponsorships. It's for dentists, by dentists, and it's great conversation on there. It's a great group, and if you're not a part of it, join the group. It's really easy to be a part of that. You really set yourself apart from anybody else in the world on social media, on Facebook specifically, because of the robotic dental implant system. I mean, you were the first in Arizona to have this system, and then you were the first on the planet to go ahead and use that same robotic system on yourself. That is the craziest thing. I mean, whose idea was that, by the way?
So when you talk about something like Yomi, if it wasn't the medical field, it wouldn't be big of a deal, because you're hospital based and they can purchase all these expensive equipments and do, whereas we're small business people. Although I love technology and I have everything, something like that is very costly, and you're diving into something that you're going to be in marriage to for a long time. I done my research, and I really trusted what it can do, but I also needed to get the word out. Like, if I get this equipment, how are people gonna find me? And it just happened that I had a tooth that fractured and had it removed, and I needed an implant on tooth number 30. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and test it out on a few of my patients, get it going, and I really want to place my own implant. So, I called Yomi, I called the dental board. Can I do this without, first of all, I want to make sure I'm not gonna be getting in trouble for doing something. Everybody said, yeah, you're crazy, but it's fine. So, we went and did it, and it worked out. And, my wife called the newspaper. She got news channel, so they were all there. So I was getting free promotion, and something I didn't have money for advertisement because I spent it all on the Yomi. So it really was a great thing for my personal practice, and it really helped get my name out, even more out into the community. And because people were coming in and saying, "Oh, you're that robot dentist, I want you to place my implant." I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, you're holding your mouth open, you've got the Facebook, going. I mean, it was a big risk that you took, but it certainly paid off. Making an investment like that, it is a big investment. It's a challenge. You had some health challenges as well.
My father passed away in his early 50s, and my grandfather passed away when he was 49. So, one thing my wife always harped on me is that when you turn 50, I need you to get a chest of your heart. So I went and had a scan done, and, came back that it was like, they said my heart was occluded like 97%. And so then it was like a whirlwind. We were able to get some connections. I ended up at Cedars-Sinai out in California, and I was on the operating table within 2 weeks of my CT scan. So the quadruple bypass that I had went just perfect, no big deal. So I should have been out right away. When they were closing me up, they looked at my arm, and my arm was like 3 times the size of what it should be. And so I had what we call compartment syndrome. So then he went from, worrying about my heart to worrying about if they can save my left hand. They said, we are not sure if his arm is savable or not, and how much feeling he's going to have at the end of it. So when I came out, I actually was, grace of God, my hand was fine. I did have some numbness going down here, but the last 2 years, all the feelings came back and everything is normal. And, all I wanted to do was get back to dentistry. So, my doctor said people recover, takes 6 months to a year before you go. Seriously, who can wait 6 months to go back to work? I don't know. I told them I'm going back and work in 6 weeks, and they laughed at me. And I stayed home the first week, and I went back to work 6 weeks from my surgery. And yeah,
it's unheard of.
I'm booked my schedule. And so we just went back to normal, working every day.
Well, you might be a little bit of a Frankenstein, but your wife essentially saved your life, just for simple. What was the drive to get back in here, just disobeying the doctor that he knows what he's doing? You know what you're doing in dentistry, he knows what he's doing when it comes to the heart.
I think a lot of it has to do with just inner drive. One, wanting to be good at what you do. Two, there's always this fear, if I wait all this time, can I get back to where I am? But my wife always tells her friends, do not bring up dentistry in front of David, unless you want to be, stuck talking about dentistry for the next 2 hours. You can ask her. When I was in the hospital, a couple weeks into it, I was like, I think I typed in my phone, somebody break me out of here and give me one patient and I'll be back. And there's that responsibility also. I'm pretty sure my team was going, okay, what happens to us, when, he's not here, and I promised them, I said, hey, everyone's gonna get their 40 hours no matter what. Even if I take off, 6 weeks, 6 months, I promise you that, you guys are all here, you guys have a job, and I'm gonna take care of you. That's a responsibility that we have. So, and I wanted to, follow that up. And, it's I'm not a millionaire, I'm gonna take off 6 months and, pay all these bills. And there's that, we don't want to talk about it. There's also that pressure of, taking care of everybody, taking care of yourself financially. So, I knew that I needed to get back to work.
Well, I've known my husband for over 30 years, and first of all, he just genuinely loves dentistry. I feel extremely blessed that he's able to engage in a career that he honestly loves. I feel a lot of people don't get to do that in life. Of course, that impacts his patient care. His passion and love of dentistry comes through when he's treating his patients. He always gives them lots of options and makes sure that whatever treatment plan they're doing is really in their best interest always. And you can tell when someone is genuine and authentic about what they're doing.
It's an office that likes to focus on its patients' health and their dental needs. It's a very high technology office. Dr. Yang loves to educate himself on new technology. He's very good at leading us when there are times that need to be led. We don't pack our schedules, so we have time to catch up on everything and also educate ourselves on new equipment, more efficient technology, and ways of getting the treatment done in a timely manner.
Everything has to do with what your own personal inner drive is. You know, we want to be the best, we want to do the best. It's not about beating anyone else, but being able to reach to the level that you can best be at. No, I was never the best of anything. It's more of, hey, I just want to reach my goal, my maximum, the best that I can personally do. And you know, once you do that, you know, we can always reach our life goals and you know, enjoy this amazing profession of dentistry.